Okay, we're now on the pre-release cycle, 121.6 pre-release 1. As expected, the drop is happening very soon. You can see here I've got a new cape, although it's not really new, it's the pan cape. It doesn't really look like a pan. I don't even know what that is. Oh, the cape is designed to look like a stack of pancakes.
That's not a pancake. Easter Island.
So you now have this cape in Java edition because it's free for everyone. So a couple of things on Java I want to point out before I move over to Bedrock edition for the preview. One of which is the egregious lectern model that extends past the inventory boundary. But first of all, I want to show you something that Phoenix China 9 designed on the new dialogue system. As you can see in the game menu, I've actually bound this to the pause screen, and I'll show you that in a second. This does not show up on the base game. I've added this to the pause menu. That's a new feature that you can mess around with. So in options, here in controls, keybinds, if you scroll all the way down, there is a new button here called quick actions that is bound to G by default. So if I press G right here, you can see I've got a new soundboard. We spent hours working on this, but I think this is as much as I'll delve into this, although I might edit it in the future. So we've got here a click to play, we've got a tempo slider here, which I will talk about in a second, although I do want to default it to 1. Hang on. Okay, I can change that. Wait. You still can't do /reload to change all of this stuff. You have to get out of the game and go back in. All right, so now it's defaulted to 1. Perfect. So if I'm streaming and I'm making something and I'm really busy and someone asks me to do something, or I need a quick item change, or I simply wanted to play another game inside of Minecraft, or whatever is necessary, I can just press G and press a bunch of stuff and do it. Instead of mistyping fill, which I do a lot, I can bind everything to a quick action. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. By the way, the screen flashing issue is fixed now. This is a simple multi-action dialogue. I'll attach all the code in the description of this video. So let's play Style, everyone's favorite, at tempo 1, which is default. Play. So it's playing through the speakers here. So I've made it so this dialogue opens and it does not pause the game, which is something that you can do as well. So here is the stop button, and if I press it, I can stop sound and the track grinds to a halt. So then all the way over here, I can change the slider to anything I want. I didn't mean for this to happen, but it still does this. So let's play something at a slow tempo. Where's pick step? Pick step is here. I've never done this before to pick step. Okay, I'll explain how all of this works here while the track is playing. So I've actually just added a macro to all of these commands, which is possible. Very simple to do as well. So whatever slider value you input here will be stored into some data value, and then you can simply input that value into any of these play sound commands with a template that I've provided. For example, we can set it all the way to 2, and then if you click on tiers, which I really love at a fast pace, you can see that this value of 2 is just simply stored at the end of this play sound command, so you can play this at a 2.0 pitch speed. So first of all, I'll end this track and then do 1.99 to tiers. Here we go. Okay, so a lot of things happening here, 2 of which I'll go through. So the new keybind of G, which is the quick action keybind, is simply a Minecraft tag for quick_actions. And then I've simply added scripts, music, whatever dialogue you put in here will be opened when you press G. If you have multiple values here, it'll just simply add them in a list, after which you can select whatever one you want. But I've only got one here, so it's just gonna open that one. The second thing here is the pause menu, which was actually an old addition, but I've only just done it. So the soundboard you can select here. If I didn't have this, if I do data pack, disable the data pack that I have, if I press escape, you can see the report bugs button. I just realized there's something I want to test out. So this is the same thing. This is a Minecraft tag for pause screen additions. I just added another one. So let's just do ASDF, which is another dialogue I just wrote. What happens if I've got multiple of them? Will they just include that down on the list? Oh, custom options. Okay, sure. So you can have even more dialogues here if you like. So there we have it. That is the G button if you're confused as to what this is all about. They've expanded and simplified dialogue functionality. So they've made all the fixes that we've asked for. So props to Mojang for that. All right, the lectern thing. What's that all about? You can see it does not break out of the box anymore, which is an issue we've always had with lecterns. This bug has finally been fixed. Not only that, there's a new oversized and item GUI field, which allows you to manipulate item GUI displays to go past their slot if you want them to. This is a temporary thing. Just be wary, they have thought about this and they might change it in the future. There is one last thing. I've been made aware that they've changed the way that the skies look again in vibrant visuals, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. I don't know how much messing around that they've done. It's almost not necessary to look at everything here because I think they'll keep changing things and there's no point updating you guys all the time. Why is my screen like this? Is this normal. I want to go to a desert. So have they changed? Okay, that's not right. I don't know. They seem to have changed the ambience and whoa. Okay, something is off about this right now. It's like I'm in a Wes Anderson movie or something. Okay, so this is what deserts look like. I feel compelled to go into every biome just to see what the heck. Oh, it is. Why is it like that? It's not the fog, it's some screen tint they've added. It's not just the sky. Depending on what biome you're in, the entire screen or whatever you're doing just looks different. The saturation is there, and then now there's a hue shift when I go into a desert. What about Badlands? Wow, okay, so it is the sky. It's definitely the sky. I can see the sky changing, but it might be a little bit more than that. So there, yellow, back to green. That's crazy. Anyway, as I said, I don't know if it's worthwhile going through and examining everything that's changing with vibrant visuals. I'll do it quite sparingly or briefly because it seems like they're making changes all the time. It's a bit strong in my opinion, but what are your thoughts? Let me know. Alright, I'm heading back to Java. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you guys posted on what's new. We're about to head into the third game drop. More exciting stuff coming our way.